Hey everyone, welcome back to the bench and to another basic skills video in wire jewellery. And in this video I thought we'd cover the art of twisting wire. I know, twisting wire, super basic, everybody knows how to do it. Just twist, that's it. But I feel it needs its own video. I want to talk about it and how I use it within my work. I'm about to do some projects down the line when I want to use it in there for you guys, and so I feel it needs its own video. I need to go over it, and I've got some nice hints and tips on the drill to show you on how to twist wire. Anyhow, let's have a look at what I'm talking about, shall we? Here you go. This is what I'm talking about. Twisted wire. Now this is a piece of 20 gauge 0.8mm, hammered, non-hammered. You can see how the hammered catch the light and how it looks different from each other. And these are pretty well much the same twist. I got them to about the same tightness, and then you can see the difference between them two now. Let me show you these. This is a bit of 0.4mm, 26 gauge. So again, same thing again, twist and hammered. But you can start seeing how as you're coming down in the wire gauges and how much finer it looks. And I think it brings like that filigree-esque kind of look to some of your work as well, especially when you get down to the finer gauges. Now, let's go even further. Bit of 28 gauge here, 0.3mm. Now, both exactly the same wire, but I did a different twist. Didn't hammer this one, but I just twisted that one more and twisted this one less. And obviously you can see the difference between the two. And they're both the same wire gauge size. Now, to be honest, I love twisting tight like that. That's my favourite thing, but there's nothing wrong with that as well. Let me show you some examples in my work where I've used it. So here we go. Great pendant. Love this piece. And here it is down the side. Probably one of the earliest pieces I started using twisted wire in, actually. But you can see how I used it here, and I'm strapping it in down the side into a weave. I'll show you how to do this in the future, definitely. It's going to come up at some point. But there you go. That's it in a piece there. And let me show you this piece here. So this is a great one as well. Obviously using a lot thicker wire, and I ended up making basically a jump ring. You can see one here. And soldered it and I hammered it to create that effect there. And there you go. If you look closely here, you can see it again. Here we go. On the next layer down. And you can see how it brings texture. And I love it with the patina as well. The patina gets in all those gaps and highlights everything as well. And let's go to this piece. This piece is about to be finished and off to a kind of a customer. But you can see here how I've used it down here. I've gone for much more of a tighter weave. Here we go again. Same on the outside. So there you go. So there's some examples of how I use it in my work. There we go. Oh, in focus. There we go. In focus. Right then. Let's get the drill out and let me show you how I twist some wire. Right, before we get started, let me go through the tools I'll be using today. I've got the hammer and block. Going to need some flush cutters, nylon jaw pliers to straighten the wire, metal ruler, drill. Most definitely need the drill. And this, I recommend just a pencil or a pen. It doesn't matter. Something roughly this size that you can put some wire to. Now, the one thing I don't think you might have, or you might have, you have to go check the toolbox out in the garage, are these, some hooks. Now, with a little screw thread on the end. I recommend go buy a pack of these, about that size, maybe a little bit smaller, whatever, as long as that end fits in the drill. That's all. That's the important part. But yeah, you need a couple of these. That's all you need. Right then, let's twist some wire, people. Right, to start with, let's twist some wire by hand. Take one of your hooks and screw it into something on your bench. I'm lucky I have this wooden shelf, like so. Getting some wire. I'm going to use some 22 gauge for this. 0.6mm. Cut yourself a length. Now this is the time when I would go through the spare wire box and just take anything out of there and just start twisting. In fact, I have some 0.3 ready to go. Might use that in a minute. Anyhow, back to twisting some wire. Right, cut your wire, whatever length you need to do. Kind of fold it in half, but don't kink at this end. You're not looking to kink at this end. At the top end, just twist it 2 or 3 times so it bites, like so. Take your wire, place it over your hook. This is where you get your pencil. Place it in at the other end. I sometimes, as you can see here, like to hold that. Now you're looking for a bit of tension here. A little bit of tension, like so. And just start twisting. And keep that little bit of tension there. Now obviously by hand, this takes a lot longer to do. But there is a bonus from doing it by hand. Is that if you're trying to do 2 pieces of twisted wire and you want them opposite from each other, it's a lot easier to get them the exact same twist by hand than it is the drill. Drill gets a little tricky. You can over twist or under twist, but at least with hand, by doing it by hand, it's a lot easier to get it exactly right, especially when you're doing symmetry. There we go. Simple. You see I keep the tension as I'm going along, but at the same time I'm slowly moving in towards the hook, like so. There you go. Twisting by hand. And as you can see, that didn't take too long as well. So very simple by hand. Like I said, it actually comes in handy when you're doing symmetry with twisted wire, and you get them exactly the same. I take it off. There we go. Simples, isn't it? Right, let's get the drill out and let's do the same thing on the drill. Right, twisting wire on the drill. Quite simple, really. Get your hook and place it in there. Now, if you haven't got a hook, you can just take your twisted end and pop it into the chuck. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I used to do that quite often, but I found the hook just works better. That's all. In fact, it's a tip from a student of mine. I think it was Kay. Thank you, Kay, for that tip. Right then, back to twisting some wire. So I'm going to place my pencil at one end, the end I've twisted, and I'm going to hand this over to hook that over like so. I'm going to keep the tension this end a little bit, but gently I'll be moving my hand towards the drill. Let's get going. And you can go as fast as you want. Job done. There we go. Let's take that there. But you can see, gives it a really nice even twist all the way down. Now you can see if you were doing a symmetry piece and you wanted 2 pieces of twisted wire opposite direction, you can see how it can get a little tricky on the drill to get it spot on. This is where I recommend you do some hand twisting. But if it's just everyday twisting, get that drill out and get twisting. Right, let's do another piece. Let's go to finer wire. Here we go. We've got some of the 0.3. This is just straight out the spare wire box. Again, over it goes. Now be careful. This is when you might snap wire with the slightly thinner ones. This is where the tension comes important, that you do gently come towards the drill. Look at it. There we go. You can see the difference already and how it looks. I like using the fine wires. They do look good. Let's go all the way. It's really twisted. Let's see how far we can twist it before the drill breaks it. Wow, that's looking nice and tight. Now, ooh, is it going to break? Is it going to break? Oh, there it goes. It broke at the other end. But you can still see how fine you can get that twist. In fact, you can't even see the twist on the camera that well. What's a nice piece. Right, that's going in the pot for later. Right, let's get the hammer out and let's do some hammering. Right, let's start hammering some of this twisted wire and see what it looks like when hammered. Let's go with some of the thick stuff first. Now, I'm not going to trim the ends off. I'll do that once I've hammered. I prefer to leave them on. So let's do some hammering. So when you're hammering, this quick hammer lesson here is that you've got a choice. You either move the hammer down the wire or keep the hammer in the same place and move the wire. And what you're trying to do is do like the overlapping circles. So one part doesn't get hammered more than the other. Practice makes perfect on that. Let's go. As you can see, I like to keep my hammer in one spot and move the wire. Now, how much you hammer is up to you. You know, this all comes down to aesthetics and what you're making. Now you can see the pattern coming through nicely on this now. Let's go a little bit further. There you go, I'm happy with that, that looks great. Now this is where I would then trim the ends off, like so. And I've got myself some twisted wire. Let's have a look at it with some finer wire. Let's go really fine. Nice and tight twist. Actually, just go with that really tight twist we did. This is the one that broke at the end. And look how fine that twist is. It's super tight. Let's see what it looks like hammered. Wow, that looks good. Now you can see the difference here. You can't see the gaps. You can, there we go. You can't see any gaps at all. It's just more of a zigzag pattern as it goes down. So you can see the difference between how tight you twist and then hammer and the different looks it gives. Brilliant. Excellent. Now I've got a really loose one here. This is really loose compared to the other. And this one should come out with some nice big holes. There we go, straight away. You can see how much bigger the holes is. And then you've got a tight twist like that. See the difference? Massive difference. They could be completely different things. So yeah, twist wire, people. Hammer it and have some fun. Nice one. Excellent. There you go, people. Very basic skill. Twisting wire by hand or by drill. I recommend have a go at it. Get going. Use lots of different wire sizes, play around, hammer, don't hammer. It's up to you. Twist tight, twist loose. It really is, it's up to you what you do with it and how you use it within your work. But I do recommend, if this is the excuse to go buy the drill, go buy it. Get it done on the drill. It does save a lot of time. The drill does bring a real uniformity to the twist. But whenever you're ever doing symmetry twisting where you want them opposite from each other, that's when I recommend you have a go at it by hand, because then you will get them exactly the same. I've tried with the drill, never quite get it just right, and it always annoys me. That's one reason why I go back over to hand twisting, and that's why I kind of showed you. But otherwise, most of the time, I just do it all on the drill. Nice one, people. It's been good fun showing you this, and I'm glad I got this off my chest and got it out of the way, because like I said, I want to bring this up in some future projects. Nice one. Anyhow, before I go, just a quick reminder, if you are really enjoying these free tutorials and these workshops, maybe come on over my Patreon and show me some support there, where everything you put in comes back to you. I invest it all back into the channel. Cameras, microphones, leads, wire, everything all goes back into the channel. Nice one, people. I look forward to seeing you all back at the bench again soon. And yeah, take care. Bye-bye. To support this channel and help me keep making more videos, please come on over to join my Patreon, where you'll get early access to all my videos, free downloads of my books and tutorials, and entries into my giveaways and more.